Chapter 27, Way High Up Ball. Way high up. Let's see. Looks like, well, if you look at the illustration, he looks like he's having fun. He's not sure, and she looks like she's working based on her expression. Let's look a little closer. Well, we know that's probably, well, it says way up, way high up. So I'm thinking the ball is going up, because if you look at it, it kind of looks like she's bowling. But if it says on the title way high up, that means she's going up instead of straight. So this must be the school. The ball is going up the side of the school, so they must be on the ground. Okay, let's read. Eric Fry, Eric Bacon, and Eric Ovens were playing way high up ball. They had made up the game themselves. All you needed were two things, a pink rubber ball about the size of a tennis ball, and a real tall school, which we know they have. Eric Ovens threw the ball way high up. It bounced off the school just above the third-story window. "Three-pointer!" called Eric Bacon. They shoved and elbowed each other out of the way as they waited for it to come down. At the last second, Eric Fry jumped up and caught it. He got 3 points. Eric Ovens also got 3 points since he was the thrower. Eric Fry threw the ball way high up. It bounced off a window on the 5th floor. "Five-pointer!" called Eric Ovens. All three Erics jumped for it. It bounced off their fingertips and hit the ground. The teacher on the 5th story stuck her head out the window. "Hey, what's going on out here? What's going on down there?" she shouted. The three Erics looked away and whistled. "There's one more thing about way high up ball I haven't told you. You're not allowed to play it." The Erics had already broken one window. Eric Bacon looked up surprised. Are you talking to us?" he asked. "Something just banged against my window," said the teacher. "Was it a bird?" asked Eric Ovens. The teacher stared at the children a moment longer. Then she pulled her head inside. Eric Fry threw the ball way high up. It was a 6-pointer. Can you guess why it was a 6-pointer? Probably went up to 6 stories. All three fought for position as they waited for it to come down. But at the last second, a hairy arm reached above them and caught it. The arm belonged to Louis, the art teacher. "Can I play?" asked Louis. His mustache had grown back completely. "Sure," all three Erics said together. "What do I have to do?" asked Louis. "Just see how high up against the school you can throw it," said Eric Fry. Louis gripped the ball tightly in his hand. He reached way back, then let it fly. "Wow!" the three Erics said together as they watched the ball soar up in the air. It hit up above the 8th-story window. Then Louis caught his own rebound. 16 points, said Eric Bacon. Do you know why he got 16 points? So if you throw it 8 stories up, you get 8 points for just reaching the 8th floor. And then if you catch it when it comes down, you get another 8 points. So 8 times 2 is 16. Or, repeated addition, 8 plus 8. Throw it again, Louis, said Eric Ovens. Now that Louis was playing, lots of kids from all over the playground came to play too. Louis threw the ball way high up. It hit above the 11th story, then bounced back over everyone's head. There was a mad scramble for the ball. Bebe finally came up with it. Give it to Louis. No, let Bebe throw it, said Louis, who always tried to be fair. Baby threw a two-pointer. Jason caught the rebound. You want to throw it, Louis? He asked. No, you go ahead, said Louis. Jason threw a glopper. Based on what's happening, what do you think a glopper is? Think about what's happening every time they throw it up. Take a guess what glopper is. Let's see. A glopper is when the ball goes straight up in the air and comes down without touching the building. Oh, I thought as if it didn't go any higher than one. So if it doesn't touch the building, it had to touch the building. Okay. Eric Bacon caught it. Here, Louis, he said. Now you throw it. No, you throw it, said Louis. But you can throw it so much higher, said Eric B. We want to see how high you can throw it. Louis, said Leslie. Come on, Louis, everyone urged. Louis shook his head. The game is for you kids, not for me. Miss Nogard is watching, said Bebe slyly. Louis glanced at Miss Nogard, who was standing just outside the front door. Give me the ball, he said. The kids cheered. Louis reached way down, almost to the ground, then hurled it up with all his might. The ball reached the 15th floor, halfway up the school. Wow, everyone said together. I got it, called Terence as he circled under the ball, waiting for it to come down. His knees wobbled. The ball bounced off his face. Cool, he said, as blood flowed out of his nose. That was a world record, Louis, exclaimed Eric Ovens. Louis smiled proudly. He turned to look at Miss Nogard, but she had already gone inside. You like Miss Nogard, don't you? asked Bebe. She seems like a nice person, said Louis. She's pretty, too, said Eric Bacon, as he nudged Louis in the side. Well, she is kind of cute, Louis admitted. Said Joy. But do you love her? asked Jenny. Everyone giggled. Louis's red face got even redder. You should ask her out on a date, said Eric Fry. No, I don't think that's a very good idea, said Louis. Why not? asked Eric Ovens. I think you two would make a real cute couple. Bring her flowers, said Dana. Buy her candy, said Marcia. Tell her she's got eyes like the moon, said Bebe. Eyes like the moon? Okay, what do you guys think that is? Well, we know that's a simile. What does it mean if he's saying she has eyes like the moon? Think of what you see when you see the moon. What is he trying to say? Girls love it when you tell them that, said Bebe. Forget the gushy stuff, said Eric Bacon. Just walk right up to her and say, hey, baby, how about a date? Just like that? asked Louis. That's what you do, said Terence. You take her to a real scary movie, and then at a scary part, you put your arm around her. Ooh, said Dana and Jenny. No, take her dancing, said Myron, and hold her real close. Ooh, said the three Erics. Louis laughed. You kids are crazy, he said. You're scared of her, aren't you? asked Eric Bacon. You shouldn't be scared, said Eric Ovens. You're bigger and stronger and faster than anyone on the playground. And you've got the best mustache, too, said Eric Fry. I'm not afraid of her, Louis tried to explain. It's just... He looked up at the very tall building. Miss Nogard is way high up there, and I'm way down here. You'll understand someday when you're older. He picked up the ball and threw it way high up. It hit somewhere between the 18th and 20th story, and never came down. There was no 19th story.